All right, what's good? What's good? I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. Let's go ahead and get ready to do this. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, man. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. I think y'all should be able to hear me loud and clear. Everything should be sounding copacetic right now. I appreciate y'all being in the joint. Logical Thoughts, what's good, brother? What's good? Valdez, King Will, what up? Tez, what up? I see you, brother. Let's get ready to do this thing, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate it. Ah, man. Wonderful day, man. Wonderful day. Tomorrow's the pre-Sabbath, man. One more day, man, before we slide into that Sabbath day. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's been a hectic week for me too, bro. Hectic week for me, man. Chris Williams, what's up, bro? So we'll get the people, man. We'll get the people maybe another minute to get in here, man. Universal Student, what's good, brother? What's good? I want y'all to look at this. Man, what are you even talking about, dog? You don't even make sense. I'm a Black American. So for me to label, everybody in here is. So if you have heard me label all Black American, bro, you just talking crazy. The thing is, man, you got to get out of your feelings. Stop letting everything trigger you emotionally. The people around you who make you allow everything to trigger you emotionally, those are some of the evildoers that you need to have depart from you. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the evildoers you have in your midst, and you don't even know they're evildoers. People who keep you caught up in your emotions as a man, they're evildoers. They're putting you in a state of mind that God doesn't want you to be in. You can't label all of anyone. That's one of my greatest teachings. You can never say all. There is no single category that all people fit into, except we all will be born and we all will perish. We all will be delivered into the world, and we all will be delivered out of the world in our physical form. Famo, salute, man. Good to see you in the joint, bro. Glad you're able to slide in here, man. Salute, salute. Great Dane, what up, man? Josh Wayne, what up, man? Mello, what up? It's good to see you in the joint, man. All right, so let's get into it, man. Today's word comes to you from the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 115. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. You notice it didn't say of God, of the God, of your God, of a God. It said of my God. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. Now, the operative term here is evildoers. Because when we think of evildoers, we think of people that do the worst crimes in the world, worst crimes against humanity. We think about the people who break the 10 Commandments, people who commit murder, the people who commit adultery, people who do all of these things. But if you grew up in a household and they were feeding you pork the whole time you were in there, they're evildoers. The people around you who eat abominable foods, abominable meats, they're evildoers. They are evildoers. And I want y'all to understand that. There's no other way to put it. And so I want y'all to understand something. We can talk all we want to talk and try to live however we want to live. We could be whoever we want to be. But the bottom line is you have to know the people who don't deserve to be in your life. People who don't honor the Sabbath, they're evildoers. These are things that we try to act like we don't know. But we know these things. A man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. That's Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. If a man also lie with mankind as he lies with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood is upon them. Their blood shall be upon them. That's Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. That's Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28. I want y'all to understand something. Until you get to know the word of God, you don't know what an evildoer is. You don't know what an evildoer is. You have no idea. Having a woman around you, laying in your bed with you, especially if you're going to be intimate with her during her time of the month, guess what happens? You're an evildoer. So is she. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. Meaning animals with a split hoof that eat grass. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean, which means an animal that doesn't have a split hoof and chew grass is unclean. If it got a split hoof, it eat anything else? Nope. If it eats grass, but it doesn't have a split hoof? Nope. Chapter 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh ye shall not eat, and their carcass ye shall not touch. They are unclean to you. These are an abomination. All that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be an abomination. My bad. They shall be even an abomination unto you. You shall not eat of their flesh, but you shall have their carcasses an abomination. Whatsoever have not fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. It doesn't say, hey, it's just wrong. It says it's an abomination. So let's get into this thing. First of all, how do you avoid evildoers and their energy? First, you must know who they are. You must understand who they are. And there are some people that are going to say, okay, I don't believe in God. So what? You don't believe in God? I do. I don't care what you believe. If you don't believe, well, let me rephrase that. I don't believe in God. I know God. So I don't have to believe in something that I know. You believe in myths. You believe in fairy tales. You believe in the tooth fairy. You believe in the Easter bunny. You believe in Santa Claus. You believe in all of these things. I know God personally. I know God personally. And my testimonies make me know that God is real. I don't have to believe because he has shown himself to me. See, here's what we got to understand. People will not come to you as the evildoers they are. They'll come to you as angels. They'll come to you as gifts. They'll come to you as whatever you need at any particular time in your life. That's why you got to stay so keen on your relationship with the Most High that you don't need nothing. You don't need people to bring. Okay, God may use people to deliver his blessings into your life, but you don't need nobody who gonna come into your life and they have nothing to bring, but you need somebody. You need some companionship. You need a friend. You need get your mind right and get your spirit right so you won't have that need. But they'll come to you in whatever way they need to come for you to invite them in, embrace them with open doors. You ever thought about how in a vampire movie, how they can't come in until you invite them in? That's everybody. See, those are just vampires that drain blood. We're talking about energy draining vampires. The energy vampires out here, you have to invite them into your life. They can't just show up. You ain't just gonna come home and there's an energy vampire in your house saying, I was waiting for you to get here. That's not how it happens. You have to invite them in. The same way you have to invite God into your life, you have to invite them into your life. Yeah. Horoscope, these people but believe in astrology, the stars and all that. Bro, I don't want nobody around me, man, who talk about, well, let me read my horoscope. My horoscope says this. Your horoscope says what? You need that when you can't rely on the blessings of God in your life because God can't rely on you to make sure you keep your surroundings, make sure you keep your environment whole and peaceful, dog. Peace comes from eliminating evildoers from your life. And you can't do that if you're not connected with the Most High. Here's the thing. If you can't connect with the Most High, bro, it's because he doesn't want to connect with you. You got to ask yourself, why is it that the Most High doesn't want to connect with you? You must remember, brothers, that God expects you and I to be a certain type of man. Not the type of man that the world accepts, the type of man that he accepts. Not the type of man that the world respects, the type of man that he respects. Because if God respects you, then the world will respect you as well. Don't get it twisted and think that evildoers don't know God. Let me tell y'all something right now, and I want y'all to understand something. Evildoers know God better than you and I do because they have to battle with him all the time. Evildoers are in a constant battle with the Most High, brothers. So they know him. If you don't know your history, guess who knows your history? The people that try to keep you from knowing your history, they know your history. They know it through and through. Before you ever came to the truth of understanding that you're directly related to the to the chosen people of the Most High, they already knew it. With people talking about trust, people talking about love, but man, let me tell you something. If you truly receive the love of God, brother, then you are not lacking for love. You're not lacking for love because love is what? Unconditional. Who gives you unconditional love? If you look at even the thing God says he hates, he doesn't say he hate a person. He says, I hate the lying tongue. He's not going to punish you because he hates you. He's going to punish you for your lying tongue. If your tongue didn't lie, then you wouldn't have no trouble. Even when you're being punished, God still loves you because love is unconditional. People throw that word around, man. They just throw it and they're just all talking about it. Man, let me tell you something, brothers. I give all my love to God, and whoever needs love from me, God, make sure they feel it. If you don't feel it, then God don't want you to feel it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So even in a relationship, a woman tell me, well, I just don't think you love me. I be like, well, it's time for you to go. If you don't feel it, God don't want you to feel it. Bon voyage, arrivederci. I'll see you later. Peace. Because I will not have my life governed by the desires of evildoers. I will not have my life governed by the desires of energy drainers. I will not have my life governed by those who are selfish. People come into your life and they only value what they need. And let me tell you what happens. They start playing hero ball with you. What happens? They start making you feel like a hero because you've delivered them this and they've never felt this and it's never been this great and never loved them like this and no one ever cared like this and no one ever considered them like this and no one ever thought of them like this and no one ever all of these things, and now you feel like a hero. They're trying to make you do the one thing that you shouldn't do. They're trying to make you be their God. Somebody else can make you believe you're greater than you actually are by constantly filling you with these accolades where you start to believe you're the reason things are taking place and not that you're just a vessel that God is using to make things take place. That's what it means, the proud and haughty spirit. Yeah, I mean, I be blessing all these people, man. I be making all these changes in these people's lives. These people wouldn't be able to do nothing without me, man. I make it. You're just a vessel. People who come to you and want you to dedicate yourself to their lives, it's idolatry. Anyone who speaks against where you stand with God, it means they want you to believe something else. They want you to stand for something else. They want you to ride with something else. They want you to stop knowing God and know what they want you to know. They are attempting to pull you into idolatry. Either you honor and respect God and put him number one, or you are an idolater. That's what you are. We cannot do it. We must stand firm in where we stand with the Most High. And if you don't believe that, I don't care. Like, I don't want to change your mind. I could care less about what you believe or what you think. I don't care. I'm not trying to force anybody to accept anything. I'm not trying to force anybody to believe anything. I'm not trying to force you to know God. I ain't trying to force you to do nothing. I could care less. I'm here to do one thing. I'm here to tell you about the goodness of God in my life. And he only started doing that when I departed from evildoers, when I made those evildoers depart from me. Hey, man, listen, some relationships that I thought were good, they weren't good anyway. And they showed what they were when I had to depart from the evildoers. See, someone has a choice. Hey, I'm going this direction with my life. Are you going this direction? No. Okay, well, depart from me and go in your direction. You're not telling people you're so great and I'm so great you can't stand on my mountain with me. That's not what you're saying. You're saying I'm going this direction. If you're going that direction, okay, it's time for us to part ways. Depart from me, ye evildoers. I will go this way and keep the commandments of my God. Man, I don't care what anybody say, bruh. You are not finna get me to come do no work with you or for you on the Sabbath day. You can't offer me no money. You ain't finna get me to do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to do it. Whatever need to happen, you got to move it around for me to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? If you need me to do it on Saturday, hey man, you better wait till after dark. Or you better bump it over to Friday during the daytime. We need to do it at night. We better do it Sunday night. If we can't do it Sunday night, I'm not doing it. I don't care what people say. I don't care how people feel. I don't care what people think they need. I need the blessings of God in my life. That's what I need. I don't care what you need. What I need is this. This is the phenomenal thing that I need. Don't make me I don't want to be your hero. I don't want to save you. I don't want to come into your life. I don't know where I'd be without you. I don't know where you be either. I don't care where you be. You better go find God. I tell you where you can go with God. Anywhere you want to go. Anywhere you want to be, he can get you there. I can't. I don't want that responsibility. If you didn't come from my loins, I don't want to be your hero. Somebody asked me, I was drinking this water, man. Let me turn that label around. You want me to put your label up there? You gotta give me some money. I was drinking this water right here, man. Somebody asked me, was I drinking a Bush beer, dog? Was I on this show turning up a Bush beer? Like come on, bro. But I just thought that was funny. And here's the thing, man. If you're not an Israelite, if you don't understand who you are, then I understand your doubts. If I wasn't an Israelite, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I would doubt God too, just to be honest with you, because he wouldn't be blessing me. I wouldn't be able to get no blessings from him. I wouldn't be able to get any type of connection to him. I wouldn't be able to tell you about these things that he's done in my life. Man, let me tell you something. Until God performs a miracle in your life, you're not chosen. You got to ask yourself, if you 30 years old, by the time you 30, if God hasn't performed a miracle in your life by the time you 30, hey man, maybe you're just not chosen, dog. Maybe you're just not chosen. It's cool. You ain't got to be chosen. You still get blessings for honoring the word, but maybe you're just not chosen. Maybe you're not chosen. You don't have to be one of the chosen ones. God gonna bless you for adhering to his word regardless. Depart from the evildoers in your life. Make those evildoers depart and watch how blessed you be all of a sudden. And sometimes it's going to be some of the people that's closest to you. God rewards you the most for doing the toughest task. And so if you push away those evildoers and they might be close to you, but you push them away, then you realize how much better your life get, not because you are by yourself, but because you pushed evil away from you. God will not bless you in the midst of evil. He won't bless you in the midst of evil. Because if you're in the midst of evil, you are overcome by evil. Evil will get the best of whatever blessings you have. That's why you have to have those evildoers depart from you. Psalm 119, verse 15, verse 115. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. People tell my man, you believe in the Mr. Man in the sky? No, I trust who you call the Mr. Man in the sky. I trust God. I trust God. I trust God to do what he said he's going to do. I trust God to be who he said he's going to be. I trust God to bless me for doing what he said he would bless me for doing. I trust God because he ain't never let me down. He ain't never did me wrong. He ain't never not delivered on what he said he was going to deliver on, whether good or bad. It ain't just by blessings. He's delivered some punishments to me as well to help keep me balanced. You understand me? He's just as adamant about the punishments as he is about the blessings. And you know what? I trust God because he trusts me too. You understand me? I've earned some trust, but it's a constant spiritual growth that you have to embark upon because the things that got you blessings 5 years ago, they're not going to get you any blessings now. You've already gotten the blessings for those. You don't continue to keep being blessed for the same things. You just keep piling up that righteous life. Keep piling up that evil free life. You just keep piling it up until you get to the ultimate level of blessings where you don't need blessing. You don't need any more. You're not after anything. Everything that you've desired has come your way. Everything that you fought for, everything that you strive for has come your way. There's a point where as a man, you arrive at the point where God intended for you to be. You see people, they 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. They still chasing more and more and more and more and more. But that's what happens when your blessings come from the world, when your blessings come from evil, when your blessings don't come from God. When your blessings don't come from God, you get them and then you just feel empty. You need more. You get them and just you feel destitute. You need more. You get them and you feel like somebody took them already. You need more. You get them and you blow them. You need more. You get them and you feel like you just can't ever be satisfied because it's only financial things that are coming to you. The spiritual blessings that come with the financial blessings of the Most High, they just hit different. You understand me? They hit different, man. And that's what I want y'all to understand. So you can't allow these people to come to you and thwart your attempts at living a life that's pleasing to God. And most of the time, the evildoers don't come to you. They already in your life. Like, here's the thing. Once you clean the evildoers out of your life, they don't pop back up. You don't introduce new evildoers. You know what I mean? It's rare. I have never known anyone who eliminated people from their life and then allowed people in, new people in, who were doing the same things. That's not how we do. When we decide we're going to clean up our lives, brother, we clean up our lives. And you can tell when somebody is cleaning up their life. They look like they're cleaning up their life. They sound like they're cleaning up their life. They live like they're cleaning up their lives. When you hear somebody saying, I spend most of my time alone, that's a person who has cleaned up their life. When you see somebody that's always going out all the time, always out in the mix, always out in the crowd, that's the person who has not cleaned up their life. They don't know how to clean up their lives. The worst state to be in is in a state where your life ain't cleaned up because you don't even know it's dirty. Imagine being blind and having somebody lay you out some dirty clothes. Now they smell fresh, but they're dirty. And so you can't see them. So you walking around filthy, but you walk around with the confidence of somebody that's clean because you know you bathe your body and you know your clothes smell clean. That's the equivalent of living a life amongst evildoers and you don't even know you're living a life amongst them. I'm not saying be reclusive. I'm not saying go in the house and just stay hidden and nobody ever see you. You do everything you do. You just send out for it. All your grocery and food and everything. You get it delivered to the house. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in your dwelling, where you dwell, make sure that you protect it from evildoers and their energy. That's what I'm saying. Because more times than not, we'll find ourselves in situations where we have opened the door to wickedness. And by the time it starts to affect your life in a manner that you can't ignore, it has bored a hole into your relationship with the Most High. Because the Most High expects you to not allow evil around you in the first place. And you have to have that expectation for yourself. Listen, man, I'm selfish with my blessings. You might even call me greedy. I don't want to do nothing to stop the Most High from blessing me. And if it is something, it's going to be something that I do personally on my own. It's not going to be because I let the wrong person around me doing the wrong thing. That ain't why I want to lose my blessings. I don't want to lose my blessing because I let evil come around me. And so God stopped pulling my blessings away because he doesn't bless evil people. And if you have evil people around you, then you, my good sir, are evil as well. You're evil by default. You're evil by association. GC, appreciate you, brother. Just passing, played around, big bro. Ray, salute to you, man. Good to see you in the joint, GC. See young Markel in the joint. What's good with you, brother? Good to see you in the joint. Dr. Noble J. Bay, what's good with you, bro? Good to see you in the joint as well. Fearless Swami, I see you, man. So I want y'all to keep in mind that, a peaceful life is so hard to come by. And we spend all of our time pursuing our endeavors and chasing our goals and dreams and all of that. And sometimes we get caught up in that and we get comfortable. And we don't contemplate that evil is just in the midst of us and we have to actively do a job of protecting ourselves from it. Like it comes in all forms, man. That's why, man, we do things like abstain. That's why we go on these long abstinence vows, man, where we just abstain from interacting intimately with women because it keeps us from getting caught up with the Jezebel spirit. The Jezebel spirit can only connect to you if you are intimate with it. It cannot connect any other way. An incubus or succubus spirit, if you're a woman, an incubus spirit, if you're a man, a succubus spirit can only attach to you through intimacy. It can't attach to you anyway. You can't just have a conversation and be like, oh man, what's that on me? I want to marry her. Nope. You can't just have a conversation and be like, oh, that's a good conversation. Come on, move in with me. That ain't how it happens. You can't just have a conversation and be like, you know what? That was such a good conversation. I think we'll make some beautiful kids. That's not how it goes, man. You have to understand the entry points for evil in your life. You have to understand the entry points because you need to have guards by that door. You need to have spiritual guards by the door to your life in every facet of life. You need to have spiritual guards by the door. There's certain things that I need people to prove before I allow them into my midst. There's certain things that I need people to exude before I allow them in my midst because I am not trying to wake up and realize that the person I led into my life has brought with them evil, wickedness, and everything in their power is dedicated to destroying my joy, destroying my peace, knocking me off my path, taking me away from my purpose. Look real good on the surface, but underneath, just trying to take me away from my purpose. You know, how can I reconcile my mind to the fact that I myself have invited the evil into my life that is destroying my life? How can I do that? How can I tell myself, you know, whatever you're dealing with is your fault, you did it? By being honest with myself and accepting the fact that when the wickedness comes into my life, it is because I have allowed it in. I have allowed it in. So you must prize your connection with the Most High. Don't worry about what the world is doing. You must prize your connection with the Most High. That's your job. It doesn't matter what everyone else's job is. You got one job, and that's to prize your connection with the Most High. Prize it so much that you protect it with your life because it is your life. That you protect it with your wealth because it is your wealth. That you protect it with all of yourself because there is no self without the connection to the Most High. We know this. Other people try to make us forget it. And so the very moment you focus on someone else, you start to forget about God. Even if you focus on yourself too much, you start to forget about God. Now think about if you focus on somebody else. You focus on somebody that don't even know God, that don't even care about him, don't even care about your connection with the Most High. All they want is what you got for themselves. I'll take it all. Man, they will drain you until you have absolutely nothing left and watch you sit there and wither away. They will watch you wither away. And with all the things they've taken from you, they will not give you a morsel back to keep you from withering away. It's a dangerous world out here, especially for the spiritually astute man who actually values his relationship with the Most High. The world is more wicked than it's ever been. And with all the ways we connect with one another, that wickedness is just a fingertip away. It's literally just a swipe away. It's literally just clicking an email away. It's all over the place. That's why we lay low and we live po, right? I lay low and live po. T-shirts coming soon. There's nothing else to do because I know why I'm here. I know where my blessings come from. And I also know where my stressings come from. You know one thing God ain't never gave me? Stress. Never gave me no stress. You know one thing man has never done? Added one single day to my life expectancy. So you got to prioritize things based on their significance, not their importance to you or what you feel or any of that, based on their significance. And when you put things on a totem pole of significance, the top of that totem pole, the very tip top of it, wearing the crown, is my relationship with God, the most important thing of all. And I want y'all to know that. That's the best way to live your life, man. I don't want to draw any unnecessary attention to myself. I don't want to have any dishonorable mentions of myself based on my own actions. Now, if somebody want to make something up and throw it out there, fine. I can't do anything about that. I don't want to do anything about that. But I'm going to do everything in my power today. And I want y'all to dedicate yourselves to doing the same. We're going to dedicate ourselves today on June 12th, this year and every year. We're going to dedicate ourselves to only doing things that develop our relationship with the Most High. Listen, it doesn't matter if it's something that doesn't hurt your relationship with the Most High. If it doesn't help your relationship with the Most High, it's dead weight in your life. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dedicate ourselves. And I know we're already dedicated, but I want you men to double down on it. Double down on your dedication to only doing things that benefit your relationship with the Most High, man. Double down on it. Listen, bro, all the way down to the fact, man. Listen, bro. Listen, when doing the was it the NFL season? And college football season, man, listen, I was sports betting, right? I was sports betting, especially when the playoffs came. When the tournament and the playoff came, I was sports betting. You know what I don't do now that the NBA Finals is here? Man, I cut that loose. And honestly, bro, to be honest with you, man, I hit them a few times. I hit them a few times. I mean, it wasn't that major, 1,800 here, 1,200 there, 2,000 here. It wasn't that major, but I hit them a few times. And we talking about, bro, we talking about a man that's spending, every time I go in there, we talking about I'm spending $20. So I spent $20 and hit 1,800. I spent $20, hit 1,200. I spent $20, hit 2,200. And I was like, you know what, man, it's cool. But how's this benefit my relationship with the Most High? I'm already blessed. Like I don't need the money. I'm already blessed. How's this benefit my relationship with the Most High? I just stopped. Was it fun? Yeah, man, it was fun. Because that's the only reason I'm gonna watch a game. Bro, listen, bro. I do not watch sports on TV. I'm telling you, I don't watch sports on TV. You know what I'm saying? Now I may take my son to a live game, just so he can get the experience and have fun and eat his little popcorn, do all of that, whatever you're gonna do out there, man. I mean, yeah, that's just an experience to give a kid. But me, bro, I don't have time. How does it benefit me to sit around and watch grown men doing the thing that God blessed them to do for hours? How does that benefit me? It's a waste of time. Now, I'm not telling you don't do it. That's on you. I'm telling you, for me, it's a waste of time. It don't benefit my relationship with the Most High at all. It just doesn't benefit my relationship with the Most High. And so I just don't do those things. I need all the time that I have. I think about all the years that I didn't honor my relationship with the Most High, all the time where I didn't take it seriously. And he showed me grace and still gave me, I found enough grace in his sight for him to forgive me and keep blessing me. Bro, how I'm going to do that? I had to understand, man, that I need every hour of the day that I'm awake. Sometimes I just got a little time to rest. You know what I do? I just rest in silence, man. I just think about the goodness of the Most High, dog. You know what I'm saying? I open the Bible, man, Jerry, we read one chapter. I just open it. Wherever it lands, I just read. You know what I mean? I just read and glean whatever I can from what I just read. Even if I got 3 minutes, you know what I mean? If I'm getting ready to do a show and I got 3 minutes left, I just pop it over, man. Look, man, you got to cultivate your life. You got to nourish your relationship with the Most High. And you do that by watering it every day, giving it sunlight every day, talking to it every day. And every now and then you got to fertilize it. What you fertilize it with? You got to fertilize it with this good word right here. You see this? You got to fertilize it with this good word right here. This good word right here, man. See that page right there? See that? All that markings you see on there, that's fertilizer. See, that's fertilizer right there. All the markings, that's fertilizer. You got to fertilize it, brothers. That's what you got to do. And when you fertilize it, you got to utilize it. Don't fertilize it, not utilize it. You got to build it, brother. You got to build it. And when you build it, the Most High will yield it. And you can wield it like the weapon that it is. You know what my greatest weapon against the world is? My knowledge and understanding and wisdom of the word of the Most High. You know what my greatest weapon against evildoers is? The fact that I can identify them because I've seen the description of them and understand what they are in the word of the Most High. You know what the greatest gift I can give the world? It's my testimony. That when you build your relationship with God, man, it's a phenomenal place to be, a phenomenal life to live, a phenomenal environment to exist in. And how do you do that? Psalms 119, verse 115. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. That's right, I'm selfish. I don't know who your God is, but this my God. Mine. Markel, appreciate the fireball, young brother. Being on isolation was the best decision ever for me when it comes to the Most High. Man, it's the only decision. I truly believe, bro, you can't probably connect with the Most High until you separate yourself. That's why he tells us to separate ourselves on the vow of Nazarite. UK Prince, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the 5 bone super sticker. Ice Cold G, what's good, brother? Salute King Ray Ray. Everything you mentioned is right. Living on that path is tough, but God expects to do better when the lessons we learn. Man, He expects us to do better with the lessons we learn. See, once you get the wisdom, understanding, knowledge, then the time for forgiving you for those little simple mistakes, they over, man. Here's the thing: the more you learn, the more God expects, the more punishment you get for not meeting His expectations. Royalty, appreciate the 2 bones, man. We getting better every day, man. We getting better every day. We getting better every day, man. So look, everybody's listening, man. If you want to be a member of this live chat, man, you know what you got to do. Go to the main channel page next to the subscribe button. You'll see a join button. Click that join button, man. You want to be a part of this live chat, man. The spirit moving in here, dog. There's some righteousness in this chat, man. It's some men in this chat right here that are doing everything in their power to live a life that's pleasing to God, man. And you need some of this energy in your life. Now you can still get it by listening, but if you want to be a part of it, if you want to get the good word from these brothers, you jump in this chat, man, and you say something out there. Everybody gonna welcome you, man, with open spiritual arms, man. And you say, hey, man, all praises to the Most High for whatever you just said in the chat. Hey, man, God is good for all of that, bro. We have to stay connected spiritually as spiritual men of the Most High, because the circle around us does not have many people who fit that description. And that's why our circles are so small. Our circles are not small because we're loners. Our circles are small because we're owners of a strong relationship with the Most High. So you can have a big circle, or you can have a small family. And I think I'd rather have my small family right here in the kingdom. So listen, man, I appreciate all you brothers, man. Those who, if you're a member of the family, cool. If you're just watching, cool, man. I appreciate all of you, man. I appreciate it because it helps me understand that every little time I speak on the word of the Most High, it's either bringing somebody closer to Him or reminding somebody of how great it is to be close to Him. And I appreciate both of them, man. Famo, GC, appreciate y'all brothers, man. Let's get ready to slide out of here, man. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. And remember, lay low and live po. Peace.